Assalamu alaikum student, this is part 2 video of MCQs of chapter number 1 biological molecules, and in this video we will solve the remaining 5 MCQs number 6 to MCQs number 10, right? So MCQ 6 is all amino acids have same formula except, right? First we have to check the general formula of amino acid. What is the general formula of amino acid? They have a central carbon which is known as alpha carbon, and one side of carbon is bonded with COOH, which is known as carboxylic group, and the other side of carbon is bounded with NH2, and NH2 is known as amino group, right? Amino group. One side of carbon is bounded with hydrogen, and the last one is bounded with R group. So what is this R group? This R group is known as side chain, and it is the characteristic group of amino acid. It means all the amino acid have these three groups in common. All the amino acid will have the central alpha carbon, COOH, carboxylic group, amino group, and hydrogen. But this side chain R is different in each amino acid. Just like here, if the amino acid have side chain hydrogen, then this amino acid is known as glycine. If the side chain is CH3 alkyl group, then the amino acid is alanine. If the side group is CH2OH, then the amino acid is serine. It means other amino acid then glycine have a side group hydrogen, right? No other amino acid then the alanine have a side group side chain CH3. You can also notice here that all three amino acid glycine, alanine, serine have this group in common: COOH, NH2, and hydrogen. This is common in all amino acid, but they have side group side chain different in them, right? So question is, all amino acid have the same formula except alpha carbon. No, alpha carbon is common in all amino acid. Hydroxyl group, amino acid contain hydrogen group. Amino group, it is also common in all amino acid. But radical group is also known as side group or side chain or R group, right? So this is not common in all amino acid, right? So correct answer is option C, radical group. Question number 7 is MCQ 7 is a trihydroxy alcohol. Tri means 3, hydroxy means OH group. Trihydroxy alcohol made of 3 carbon atom called, and how many carbon atom they contain? 3 carbon atoms. This compound is known as alcohol. Is that compound which contain a functional group OH, right? If we see here the compound glycerol is alcohol. How we identify it? With its name OL. The OL represent alcohol, right? Glycerol is alcohol and it is a trihydroxy alcohol because there is its structure, and you can see it contains 3 OH group, 1 OH group, second OH group, and third OH group, 3 hydroxy group. And how many carbon this compound have? Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, and carbon number 3, and made of 3 carbon atom. So it's mean the compound which that was asked is glycerol, right? Question number 8 is the large and important class of lipid made up of isoprenoid unit called. There are different class of lipids like phospholipid, waxes, acylglycerol, terpenoids. Among them, terpenoid is a large and important class of lipid, and it is made up of isoprenoid unit. And the molecular formula of isoprenoid unit is C5H8. It's mean you can see here its structural formula. It is composed of 5 carbons, right? 5 carbons and 8 hydrogen. This structure represent isoprenoid unit. What does it mean that terpenoids are made up of isoprenoid unit? Means multiple isoprene units combine in different ways to create a terpenoids of various size and shapes. Like Terpenes, steroids, carotenoids, prostaglandins are the types of the terpenoids. So which class of the lipid is made up of isoprenoid unit? Correct answer is option B, terpenoids. MCQs 9 is how many molecules of water? How many molecules of water are needed to completely hydrolyze a polymer that is 21 monomers long? This is an interesting question and you have to listen it carefully. First we have to understand what is hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is a process where macromolecules means polymers are broken down into their monomer subunit by the addition of water. As you see in figure, there is a macromolecule, there is a polymer. 4 monomers are attached in a chain to form a polymer. Then hydrolysis adds a water molecule. One water molecule H2O here is added in the reaction and it breaks the bond between the monomer 3 and monomer 4, right? I will explain it to you in an easy way. Let's consider this is monomer 1. It is bounded to the another monomer 2, right? So when the water molecules added in this reaction, it will hydrolyze it. It means it will break the bond between these two monomers. And how can we write it now? Monomer plus monomer. It's mean the bond between the two monomers is broken by the process of hydrolysis. So one hydrolysis process required one molecule of H2O, or we can say it as there are two monomers, one or two monomers. How many water molecules we required? One water molecule. If I added here one more monomer, right? One more monomer. If we have to break this bond also, then total we have how many monomers? 3 monomers. Then to break this bond also we required one more H2O. So if we have 3 monomers, I am writing it in a short form M. If we have 3 monomers, how many water molecules we required? 2 water molecules. If we have 2 monomers, how many water molecules we required? 1 H2O molecule. If we have 4 monomers, how many water molecules we required? 3 H2O water molecules we require to completely hydrolyze it. Completely hydrolyze means that every monomers must be separated, right? Every monomer must be separated. So to break down a polymer that is 21 monomers long into an individual monomers means completely hydrolyze it, 20 water molecules are needed. Each hydrolysis reaction requires the input of one water molecules, right? As I explained it to you earlier that each hydrolysis reaction requires one water molecule to break the bond between the adjacent monomers. So 20 hydrolysis reaction will break the polymer of 21 individual monomers. So the correct answer is how many molecules of water are needed to completely hydrolyze a polymer that is 21 monomers long? Correct answer is option B, 20 water molecules. There is a trick you can remember it. The number of water molecules required. Number of water molecules required to hydrolyze polymer is always 1 less than number of monomer. It is trick, you can remember it. Just like here, if polymers are 4, the number of water molecule is 3, always 1 less. If polymers are 3, the number of water molecules required to hydrolyze it 2. If monomers are 21, then the number of water molecules required to hydrolyze it 20, 1 less, right? Now come to the last MCQs. MCQs number 10. Which of the following is true of both starch and cellulose. It means which statement is correct for both starch and for cellulose also. Statement A is they are both polymers of glucose. Polymers means they are long chain of glucose, right? Both starch and cellulose are polysaccharide. They are polysaccharide which are the long chain of the glucose molecule. It means both starch and cellulose are made up of glucose molecules, and they are polymers, they are polysaccharide, they are the long chain of the glucose molecule. What is statement 2 is saying? They are geometric isomers of each other. It's mean geometric isomers means they have the same structure. Geometric means structure and isomers means same. They have the same structures, but they have different structures and function. It means this statement is not true for both of them. Both of them have different structures and different functions. Starch is used for energy storage in plant. Plant store their energy in the form of starch, while cellulose provide structural support to the plant cell wall. Cellulose is main component of cell wall. So cellulose is not a storage compound. Cellulose provides structural support to the plant cell wall. So it's mean the statement D, they are both used for energy storage in plant, is also wrong. Both are not used for the energy storage in plants. Only starch is used as energy storage. Cellulose is not used for energy storage. It is act as component of a plant cell wall, and it provides structural support to the plant cell wall. Human can digest starch. We can digest starch. If we intake starch, our digestive system can digest it, break down it, but cannot digest cellulose. Human cannot digest cellulose because we lack a necessary enzyme to break down its complex structure. What enzyme we require to break down the cellulose? Cellulase. But we don't have this enzyme, that's why human cannot digest a cellulose. So the statement C, they can both be digested by human, is also a wrong statement because starch can be digested but cellulose cannot be digested by human. So we have correct statement here, and that is option A. They are both polymers of glucose. So correct answer is option A. They are both polymers of glucose. We have completed our chapter 1. Keep watching my channel so that you can solve the next chapter's MCQs with me also. So keep watching and take care.